Well, the central bank's quarterly economic report lays it out. Approval rates for mortgages were nearly unchanged in the bank's lending conditions survey, but significantly fewer applications were processed. And with slightly faster growth in consumer loans, the bank is also reporting a slower rate of growth in residential mortgages. However, the Minister of Housing is recognizing another crisis in the housing market. We go now to Fern Carey for the story.
Statistical information from a recent housing census shows that there are a large number of abandoned buildings in the country. However, Housing Minister, the Honorable Keith Bell, explained that those buildings do not add to the pool of habitable housing. He noted that with limited housing available, many residents are faced with rising rents due to competition, which leads to overcrowding and other challenges.
For the purpose of the census, a dwelling is classified as habitable once it meets certain basic structural conditions, such as having a roof, walls, and an enclosed suitable space for human living. But, Madam Speaker, what may be considered habitable for statistical purposes is not necessarily what the average Bahamian family would regard as livable. A structure may meet the census definition of a dwelling, yet still lack electricity, running water, plumbing, or proper sanitation.
A significant share of new dwellings in the country are also listed as investment properties, short-term rentals, or second homes that do not accommodate the average number of Bahamian households.
According to the International Monetary Fund, in its 2025 selected issues paper on housing affordability in the Bahamas, between 2012 and 2022, property prices and rents rose by 14%, while average wages only increased by 2%. The cost of housing, therefore, grew 7 times faster than wages. That is the definition of a housing affordability crisis.
Banks and lending institutions are also playing a role in the housing shortage.
Many of the same institutions, Madam Speaker, that claim the market is oversupplied continue to hold repossessed or distressed properties for years, refusing to sell them at market value because doing so would require them to recognize losses. These homes remain locked up, idle, and unproductive, contributing nothing to the economy or to national housing supply.
A number of initiatives are in place to address the housing shortage, such as rent-to-own and other programs. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Fern Carey.